Oh my God, is that Private Party?
Here they go. Private Party, very agile, very creative. Look at the height, the risk, and the reward. Absolutely amazing.
AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite at 8 on TNT or anytime on demand and the app.
Hey everybody, it is Wednesday night, and you know that only means one thing. It's time to ignite the dynamite. I'm Alex Abrahantes, and right over here is Dasha Gonzalez. And Dasha, we are off the heels of the craziest, most out-of-this-world dynamite in the history of dynamites. I just have one word for you. Sting!
I know!
What?
Holy cow, my childhood dreams came true. It was
Me too.
So amazing. The arena got super chilly, but I'm excited to hear what Sting has to address us with tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to hear from Sting. I mean, listen, this is a guy that's synonymous with TNT, and then he just shows up out of nowhere. Like, it was absolutely bone-chilling at Daly's Place when Sting made his arrival. The fans were on their feet. The other AEW talent was going nuts. I mean, that was a moment for the record books.
I'm glad that we had pretty much front row seats to watch that happen.
Oh, man, I absolutely cannot wait to hear what the Stinger has planned for tonight, what his plans are here in AEW. This is going to be awesome. But talk about things that took place last week that shocked the world. How about Kenny Omega becoming the AEW champion after defeating Jon Moxley? Now, that's not really the surprising part because we know Kenny Omega is one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. Now, he is the greatest wrestler in the world. But the circumstances that led up to this win, and now Don Callis is involved?
Yeah, that was so shocking to see Don Callis. It's not the first time we see him in AEW. And he was sitting at the commentary table, and it seems that him and Kenny Omega may have a friendship budding or something's going on there.
Yeah, they've known each other for years. I mean,
Yes.
that we do know. But the fact that he was an invited guest and then he hands Kenny a microphone and then Kenny uses that microphone when there was a gentleman's agreement between Moxley and Omega that this was going to be, you know, pretty much a fair fight. And then this happens and you win the title in that manner. And then he takes off. And man, I mean, there are definitely more questions than answers, and we're actually going to be hearing from the brand new AEW champion, Kenny Omega, here tonight. Like, what's Omega going to say?
Yeah, something super sketchy, in my opinion, is going on there. But like you said, we have a new champion. He dethroned, essentially, Jon Moxley, somebody who defended that title for weeks and months and almost an entire year. So I'm very curious and excited to see what temperament Kenny Omega will be at tonight. It will be tonight.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to be on the edge of my seat to hear what the new AEW champion has to say. But in addition to that, we've got, of course, some great action tonight, including the AEW Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, taking on TH2.
TH2, a team that has complained and complained and complained and complained and complained that they have not had a title opportunity. But you know what? They are a great tag team. Jack Evans, extremely talented athlete, as well as Angelico. But they get an opportunity to face the champs tonight. And if they win, they may potentially get a future title opportunity. So, I mean, the ball's in their court, and talk is cheap, so they're going to have to prove themselves.
Listen, I think TH2 has all the ability in the world. I think that a lot of people are sleeping on them, but they are extremely talented and, as you and I can attest, pretty good dancers.
Excellent dancers, but they can't be blinded and they can't fool us with all those sweet dance moves. They're going to need a pin or submit in order to get that opportunity.
This match is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. In addition to tag team action, we have FTR, the former AEW tag team champions, taking on the Varsity Blondes, Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr.
Speaking of Sting making his appearance, Brian Pillman Jr. by far had the best reaction to seeing Sting. But I'm
That's right.
to see the Varsity Blondes face FTR. FTR, I mean, they like to grind and pound and beat their opponents. Now the Varsity Blondes are equally as talented. Brian Pillman Jr. is a legacy in the wrestling world, as I like to call it. So I'm excited to see Griff Garrison teaming up with Brian Pillman Jr. to see if they can defeat FTR.
You know what else I'm really, really, really pumped about tonight, Dasha?
What?
The fact that 10 is going to be in action tonight. That's right. One of the greatest members of Dark Order. One of the greatest numbers, 10. What an incredible athlete this guy is. And he's going to be taking on none other than the legend himself in Dustin Rhodes.
Well, Alex, you know that I love science. And when it comes to chemistry and acidity, 10 means you're basic. So I'm looking forward to watching the legend, the natural nightmare, the natural.
One half of the natural nightmares.
The natural Dustin Rhodes. Put this kid in his place.
What? Come on. 10 is the future. You know, Dustin is still great. There's no doubt about it. But come on. We're talking Dark Order.
Forget a man that has over 30 years of experience. He's going to use that experience in the ring, and hopefully he shows this kid and reminds this kid where he comes from and puts him in his place.
All right, well, listen, we'll agree to disagree. But one thing I think that we can agree on is the fact that we're both going to be very scared because Abaddon's in action tonight. She just gives me the creeps. I mean, totally the creeps.
It's an understatement. When I see her crawling to the stage, I honestly want to close my eyes. As a child, I was scared of Charmed. I don't even like anything scary. I am not a huge...
You don't even like brujeria?
No brujerias whatsoever. I run away from them the other way. I just pretend I don't even see it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's just move on. It gives me the creeps just thinking about the fact that we're going to see Abaddon in action, but no doubt an insanely talented competitor, and now she's focused on the AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida.
What a smart competitor, and the fact that she gets into your mind and in your psyche, and like, I'd be like, I'm out, I'm done. Okay,
just no, for sure. I lose. Yep, I'm good. Yep, I'm good. Well, you know what's not good, or is it? We'll find out. The Inner Circle tonight. Chris Jericho has given the Inner Circle an ultimatum and has said, you guys got to get your act together, because if we're not on the same page tonight on Dynamite, the Inner Circle is done forever.
I mean, I'm very intrigued to see what's going to happen, because the Inner Circle, although they are slightly dysfunctional, they're united on all fronts all at the same time. It's like we saw with Santana and Sammy, who didn't want MJF to join the Inner Circle, but at the same time, they'll have his back if need be. So, I mean, as much as we want, or people think they may potentially break up, I think at the end of the day, they're going to have each other's back. They're going to prove why they are the Inner Circle, and we'll see what happens.
Listen, there's no doubt about it that they are stronger than ever with MJF. And of course, with MJF comes Wardlow, right? So there's no doubt that they are stronger together. But I just don't know. Sammy just despises.
But they're functionally dysfunctional.
So you think it's going to work?
I think it may happen. I think they'll be okay.
I don't know. I just don't know. I think MJF's ego is way too big. Sammy Guevara is extremely passionate. Ortiz has kind of been on the fence. He's gone back and forth. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens tonight. And then, well, before we talk about that, I want to talk about the fact that I'm wearing the brand new Painmaker hoodie from, of course, the Painmaker collection from Le Champion Chris Jericho, which is available at painmaker.store. This is pretty awesome attire and pretty sweet gear that Chris Jericho has going on.
I don't even have one. I can't even get my hands on one. Looks good on you.
He doesn't like you.
Probably.
Did I say that out loud?
Maybe he's been drinking that Kool-Aid.
What? I don't understand. You don't like the Inner Circle. You don't like Dark Order. Who do you like, Dasha? Everything is like, you're always so negative. You know, you need to smile sometime, Dasha. This is ridiculous.
You know, I got told the other day on the internet that I smile too much.
I did see that. And people don't like you because you smile too much. Yeah, I have that problem from time to time, too.
It's a good problem to have. I'm okay with that.
Right. Well, let's talk about problems, because MJF has a big problem tonight. He's got to defend, well, not really defend, but he is a defending Dynamite Diamond holder. And he's going to be taking on Orange Cassidy, who these last two men, or the final two men in the Battle Royal that took place. Can MJF once again reclaim this diamond?
I mean, you know how I feel about MJF. It's pretty obvious that don't really care for the man. Huge fan of Orange Cassidy. I mean, we've seen MJF use that ring for just terrible harm, to cheat and to get victories by hurting his opponent. Kind of like we see with Shawn Spears.
Now, do you really think Orange Cassidy cares about a diamond ring? He doesn't kind of strike me as the guy who wears diamonds.
Not necessarily. He may put it on a chain. He may keep it in his pocket, but...
No, I tell you what he's going to do. He's going to give it to Trent, and then Trent is going to give it to his mom, Sue, and then Sue is going to pimp out her minivan. That's what's going to happen. Yep, I see it now. Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm calling it. I am calling it.
I can't believe that you think that Orange Cassidy would do something like that. I mean,
he's
the man
not gonna
has
wear
morals
it.
and values over here. Just because he seems so nonchalant about anything doesn't mean he doesn't care about anything.
He's from wherever, whatever. Come on.
He is from wherever, weighing whatever. But, I mean, the man still deep down has feelings.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to see tonight. There's no doubt about it. He definitely doesn't like MJF. That we do know. There's no question about that. And you know what else we're going to see? 6-man tag team action with individuals who truly despise each other. Eddie Kingston, the Butcher, and the Blade against the Lucha Brothers and a very unlikely ally in the Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer.
I am perplexed as to the Murder Hawk Monster teaming up with the Lucha Brothers, but I don't hate it. Lucha Brothers. We know how Eddie Kingston feels about them, which is pretty interesting, the fact that Eddie Kingston could change from the Lucha Brothers being his brother, as in Penta being his best
friend. Penta being his best friend, So all of a sudden, now they despise each other.
I mean, that says a lot about Eddie Kingston, but,
Fair.
You know how I feel about the Lucha Brothers. I love them to pieces. I'm a little concerned about them having the Murder Hawk Monster in their corner, but, I mean, he kind of...
What a great partner to have, though.
Exactly. A great partner to have in your corner, and hopefully they can work together and get a victory here tonight.
Well, listen, they have common enemies, and sometimes that unites the strangest individuals. So I think tonight this is going to be absolutely brutal. I think it's going to be hard-hitting. It's going to be exciting to watch one way or another, no doubt about that.
Oh, yeah. I honestly can't wait. And we kind of saw this happen previously in AEW history when Butcher and Blade teamed up with the Lucha Brothers. We thought they were going to be an unlikely duo. They were at each other's throats for a while, but they came together.
That's right.
And now they're going to have to fight each other.
Well, I tell you what everybody can do tonight, and that's come together to take a look and watch some great action tonight on Dynamite. Man, cannot wait to hear from Kenny Omega. Cannot wait to hear from Sting. It's going to be an awesome night, a night that you do not want to miss. Dasha, where can we watch it?
Make sure you tune in to TNT 8/7 Central for AEW Dynamite.
That's right. We will see you guys tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't you miss it. And let us know in the comments who you think is going to win tonight's Dynamite Diamond.
Yeah, but don't forget also to use the hashtag AEW Dynamite. I mean, we got to know what you guys are thinking about.
That's right. We'll be taking a look at the comments. Dasha and I will answer what we can, and we look forward to seeing you tonight on Dynamite. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tonight from Jacksonville, Florida.
Tonight on TNT. New champion! It's the fallout from the most shocking Dynamite yet. It's Sting! What does Sting have to say? Plus, will Chris Jericho break up the Inner Circle?
We're going to have an ultimatum.
And MJF faces Orange Cassidy for the Dynamite Diamond. AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite tonight at 8 on TNT.